Yo, what is up, guys? Hang on, I'm gonna unplug my mic. Okay, hopefully that works. I think it does. Looks like it is. Welcome back, guys. Back at it with a another episode today. Episode 162, baby. Let's go. 38 more to 200. Pretty excited. Came back from a birthday weekend sort of thing out with family. My girlfriend stuff was really fun. I had a lot of comments on some of the videos, so that was pretty cool. Kind of look at everyone's comments today. I had a comment today about that I missed 3 days. Yeah, I did miss 3 days. It was my birthday on Wednesday, so I went out and celebrated my birthday. So just with family. So I literally couldn't make a video. I wasn't at my computer. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention that. Other than that, that's really about it. I just wanted to, thank everyone for, all the support again and everything. So, sometimes just like life gets in the way and you just can't make a video and can't code. So it's like, it's whatever. But we're going to jump in and just do a few problems today. I'm probably not even going to look at any C++ today. I'm honestly really exhausted. And for some reason, to be honest, dude, I've been having like hella anxiety today. I don't know why. I feel like it's just one of those days when you wake up. I don't know. Low key, I have no idea what is going on, but I'm fine. But like, I don't know, just been kind of a hell of a day a little bit. I think I'm just gonna kind of get some rest and everything and pack my bag and get ready for tomorrow. So, just like a usual day. So, yeah, type shit. Let's jump in and do some problems. I think this is the new one today because usually kind of resets around like 7 p.m. my time. So I think we'll kind of look at this problem tomorrow, this problem of the day. But I think what we'll do is we'll look at some of the old problems. Oh shit, what did I just do, dude? Holy fuck, how do I fix that? Okay. Dude, Jake Jones, dude, what's up, bro? Low key, dude. Thanks for joining, bro. So let's take a look. What problem should we look at? Let's just look at this. Convert binary number into a linked list. I feel like this is a pretty straightforward problem. I'm going to fix this up. How's the military, Jake Jones, dude? You grinding, bro? Let's take a look. Come over here. All right. Okay, so pretty straightforward problem, right? We're given, we're just given a linked list here, really. I think this should be pretty straightforward solving this. Hopefully this should only take like 5 minutes, but we're given a simple linked list, right? The way I'm going to look at this is just, oh my God, what is going on? Dude, how do I get this off my screen, bro? Okay. Right, so we're given an example here, 101, right? And we simply want to convert this to an integer. Yes, grinding, super busy, but not bad. Let's go, bro. That's alpha, dude. I was in Charleston today, bro. I was helping Olivia with some stuff, so came by the frat house, dude. There's a family living in the party house, dude. It's crazy. I saw them walking in and out of it. Crazy stuff, bro. Anyway, we're given this. So really what we want to do is, well, what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to make an array. I could probably just do a string, but loop over this linked list, right? Just using a simple while loop. We can store it in like an array or a string. And then just simply convert it to from binary to how to convert binary to decimal. There's a better way that we could probably do this. Yo, Ethan, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? I think there's a built-in. Did the place get renovated fully, or are they still building? Dude, they're renovating the whole party house. They ripped off the kitchen and everything, dude. There's like fucking construction tape all over the back of the kitchen of the party house, and there's like I didn't really see much of the chapter house. The chapter house hasn't really changed. I didn't really see anything, but I just saw a family living in the party house, so that was about it. Quite sad, bro. But whatever. So let's just make a kind of pointer here. Cur is equal to head. Right, let's loop through this while cur does not equal head. Right, we can create probably, I don't know, some sort of like, let's make it like a string. What should we name this? Let's call it num. Num is equal to the empty string, right? We can easily just loop through this. So I don't know. Num plus or equal to cur.val. Alright, and let's just print our num here. I'm gonna do kind of the cheating way. Okay, we're not printing anything. What is going on here? Curves equal to head. Num is equal to this. I'm gonna put some music on, dude. I need to find some non-copyright music, dude. No, copyright, lo-fi. Should do Wizard 101 stream instead, low key, dude. Ethan in here is a developer for Wizard 101, bro. Yeah, bro. I should stream some Wizard 101. Dude. I should be grinding, dude.
It's the final days for summer savings on Coursera Plus. Get $159 off a year.
So loud, bro. Hopefully that music isn't too loud, bro. No way. Yeah, bro. He is. He's a dev for Wiz 101. No joke, dude. He's the GOAT, dude. Yeah, I'm a gameplay engineer for Wiz 101. There you go, bro. Dude, Ethan can update the game for you, bro. You tell him what you want, dude. Okay, I realized why this is not working. While cur does not equal none. I need to convert this to a string, I think. I've been working on the console support, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Go, dude. Is this music too loud, bro, or is it fine? I don't know. We're working on the console. Yeah, it's good. Turning while walking was kind of weird initially, but got used to it. Good luck, buddy. Thank you, the Art Eclipse, dude. Thank you, bro. Keep it up, bro. Fire, dude. Thank you, Abby Sheck, dude. You're a legend, bro. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying, man. Hype for the release. Keep it up. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, dude. Just grinding, bro. Num plus or equal to string that time limit exceeded. Maybe this will work now. Actually, let's call this binary string. Whoops. Let's see what this gives us here, bro. I don't know why we're getting Keep it up, bro. When it released, because I didn't realize when it releases, everything gets wiped. LMAO. There is no confirmed date at this time, but keep your eye period on your on our socials. Gotcha. Let's go, dude. Wizard 101, go to dude. Yeah, everything right now is free to access in the Xbox preview. Dude, why am I getting a time limit exceeded here? What is going on? Oh my god, dude, I'm not even moving the string, bro. Cur is equal to code on next, right? That's how we move, I think. Name num is not defined. Whoops, change this to binary string. Yeah, we got 101 here. Output is null. Oh, shit. Built-in. I can't be fucked to do bit manipulation, so I'm just gonna use a built-in Python method, honestly. Python method to change from int to not change from. I can't remember what it is, dude. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, this is what it is. Int binary string. Let's see here, dude. So I think this will work, honestly. There's no confirmed date at this time, but keep your eyes peeled on our socials. Gotcha. And yeah, that's the best part. Is there going to be a way to link PC account to Xbox when full release? Low key. Low key, Jake Jones, dude. Low key. Low key. That's the theme of the stream, dude. Listen to some weird ass shit on here, bro. What is going on? I don't like this music, dude. This is not coded.
I did a search
we'll just
ways
stick
to
with
make
it, bro.
extra
We'll just stick
income
with
as a
it.
software engineer, and
I
data
think that's
annotation
submitted,
came
dude.
up.
Let's submit that shit. There we go. Sorry if everyone came here for C++, dude. No C++ today. I'm literally exhausted. I just want to kind of do a couple problems and head out, dude. Just one of those. Dude, Jake, are you still here, bro? Dude, I've been hitting the gym, bro. I'm gonna be bigger than Miller, dude. Miller's gonna be scared of me, bro. Nah, I'm joking. Dude, I've been going 7 weeks, bro. I've been really consistent with it. I've put on like a few pounds of muscle, dude. It's pretty awesome, bro. Yeah, bro. I've been going 7 weeks now, dude. Fucking Dinkov saw me the other week, and he was like, he looked at me, bro, and he's like, protein, bro. Dude, this is my protein shake right here, bro. Dude, Dinkov and like Cade and like a few others, bro. They looked at me, and they were like, bro, you've like put on weight. Like, I've been going 7 weeks, like pretty solid. Dude, I went and got my shit tested. Like, I can go to the sub store, dude, and you can get they like do my like skeletal like muscle and shit, and I've put on a few pounds of muscle. Should do series going to gym every day till bigger than Miller. Yeah, bro, that's the next series, bro. That's the next series. Going to gym every day until I'm bigger than Miller. Yeah, bro. I mean, I've been trying to fucking put on hella weight, dude. I mean, fucking eating, dude, like hella food, dude. Let's take a look at this problem now. 2410 maximum matching players of trainers. You're given a zero index integer array players, where players I represents the ability of the ith player. You're also given a zero index array of trainers, where trainers j represents the training capacity of the jth trainer. The ith player can match with the jth trainer if the player's ability is less than or equal to the trainer's training capacity. Additionally, the ith player can be matched with the ith player can match with the jth trainer if the player's ability is less than or equal to the trainer's capacity. Nice, I haven't gone to gym, haven't been super consistent since I've been here though. Haven't had the time. Dude, okay, hear me out, dude. This is my last gym talk, and then we're gonna do this problem. So dude, I started benching, right? I started benching 15 pounds per side, you know, in the bar or whatever. What is that? That's like 40 pounds for the bar, like 60, wait, hang on, 40 plus 15, 55. So I was benching about 70 pounds when I started, right? Benching 70 pounds. Now, today, I just hit my max. I just did 145 for 6. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, dude, I couldn't even do 1 rep of 135. My fucking chest, dude, I've seen the most growth out of anything. But now I'm benching, benching for 6 at 145. I just did that today. I just put on 145. I was benching like 9 for 135. Now I'm benching 6, so for 145. So dude, I've seen hella progress. Like, I just keep you. Thank you, Ethan, bro. I've been feeling fucking better and shit. Nice, bro. That is good. Thank you, dude. I know that's kind of still fucking small as fuck numbers, dude, but like, you know, I'm definitely feeling the strength, bro. I mean, like, I'm definitely getting stronger. Okay, anyway, here. The Ith player can match the J trainer if the player's ability is less than or equal to the trainer's capacity. Okay, so we're given... Let's copy this on our little whiteboard here. Alright, dude. Let's get this a little bigger. Type shit. Okay, so we got players and we got trainers, right? I still don't really know what we're kind of doing in this problem, but I guess we'll figure it out in a second. The ith player can match the jth trainer if the player's ability is less than or equal to the trainer's capacity. The ith player can match the jth trainer if the player's ability is less than or equal to the trainer's training capacity. Additionally, the ith player can be matched with at most 1 trainer, and the jth trainer can be matched with at most 1 player. Return the maximum number of matchings between players and trainers that satisfy these conditions. Okay. I don't know if I'm kind of stupid. Maybe I am, but I do not really understand the problem. I'm a little slow, so I'm going to ask GPT to explain me the problem. Explain me problem, no code. It's just one of those off days, bro. I gotta get. Okay, so we're given. Here, I'll put this on the screen so we can read it together. Match as many players as possible with trainers under this condition. Okay, so we're given 2 lists, right? We knew that each value, player's ability, trainer's training capacity. Match as many players as possible with the trainers under this condition. A player can be matched with a trainer only if the trainer's capacity is greater than or equal to the player's ability. Greater than or equal to the player's ability. Okay, each player and trainer can only be used once. Return the maximum number of matches you can make. Okay, so player with ability 4 can go with trainer 5, 8, or another 8. Player 7, trainer 8. Player 9 can't be matched. No trainer has capacity 9. Output 2 matches. Okay, so I think I'm understanding what we're doing here. One of the ways we can form 2 matchings is as follows. Player 0 can be matched with the trainer 0 since 4 is less than or equal to 8. So I feel like here, knowing that we have these 2 arrays, I feel like for me, what I'm thinking here, the way we want to solve this, I feel like to get started, I feel like we can use an n-squared approach. Holy fuck, why is this so big, dude? Let's make these a little bigger, these arrays. Right. I feel like we can do probably an n-squared approach here, right? Just think about the brute force solution, right? Simply, we can start with the player, right? We can loop through our trainers, right? And check. Obviously, there's probably a faster solution to this, right? I'm sure we can probably do this in O of n time, right? But for right now, I'm going to kind of think about the brute force solution. I don't know if it'll accept. Maybe we can take a look at the time. I don't know if it'll accept. Probably not. It does have a high acceptance rate, so I don't know. Maybe, I guess we'll see, but probably not. But we can start with the brute force, then we can optimize it down, right? So I'm thinking we start with players, right? We look at our current player, and we loop through each character that is greater than our current player that we're looking at but is also less than the max amount that we've seen, right? We can probably have, oh, but the set has duplicate numbers. Maybe we can have some sort of like dictionary, right? That can check for the values, right? That we've already looked at. Just to keep track, because we could have duplicate numbers here, right? That's why I was going to say a set, like a hash set, but since we have duplicate numbers, I would say probably a hash map, right? I'm pretty sure that'll work, but again, obviously that is an extremely slow method. I don't know if it will pass. But I guess we will see. If it doesn't, we will optimize it and think of maybe a better way. Hang on. Gotta drink more of the protein shake, bro. Okay. How do we start this? Well, I feel like to begin, we need our dictionary, right? So let's create that. I think that's how we import counter. How to import counter Python. Okay, we take this shit, dude. So counter here, I mean, I'm sure probably most people know, just like a built-in function to populate our dictionary with all our values, right? I think we have to put in... Shit. I can't remember, dude. Honestly, switching between Python and C++ fucks with me a little bit. Yeah, we have to pass in our trainers here. So I think what we're going to look at is our trainers, right? That's how we're going to use our hash map. We're going to compare with our trainers. What we want to do here is we want to loop through for I in range length players, right? Loop through our players. We get our max val here, right? Our max val is currently... I guess we can begin with 0. I think that should be fine, right? We put an O by accident, dude. Not goated, not goated. So I'm thinking here, probably another 4 here. So I guess we can do, well, for J in range length trainers, right? Loop through our trainers. We get each value. I feel like there's many things we want to check here, right? So obviously, so we have our hash map. What are we returning here? We're returning an integer. So let's create our return here, right? Our integer res, right? What are we going to do here? Well, we're going to check. Okay, well, if... what are we checking first? Well, if nums j, right, is greater than our max val, right? And is greater than or equal to max val. Greater than or equal to, what should it be? I don't know. We'll stick with greater than for now. Is it nums that we're looking at? No. We're looking at trainers, right? So I guess this wouldn't be 0. I think we'd be starting off with our nums I here, right? We got our max val is equal to nums I, right? The reason is that we want to start from that value, right? That's right. Let's actually call this current val. I feel like that's probably a better way to go about it. Probably a better, more appropriate name for it. Let's probably make this a little bigger, dude. Come across, dude. Drink a little bit of the Pro-E shake, dude. Gotta get huge. So our nums j is greater than our max val, right? We also want to check that nums j I guess we can check my dictionary. Nums J is greater than 0, right? We're going to look at our value here. If it's greater than 0, then we found a valid number, right? But we need a third check here as well, right? And I think our third check is probably going to be... maybe we need 2. Maybe we need our current val and we need our max val. Because really this is not going to work. We want to think of ways that we can... We want to look for the smallest value here, right? That we haven't already seen. So how can we do that? Am I thinking about it wrong? I don't know. Range length players, our curve val is nums I, 4J in range length trainers. We check if our current number is greater than our curve val, right? This should be curve val, right? The current value that we're looking at and nums J is greater than 0, right? Damn, now I'm trying to think. I don't think this will probably work. Because really the way I'm thinking about this loop here is, I think I'm thinking about it wrong. I think there's a better way to go about this. Right? My thoughts here. I feel like sometimes when I talk out my thoughts, I do a better job. Right, so what do we have here? We have our current value, right? Right? So our curve val, let's say we're at here, right? Our curve value is 4, right? We start looping through, and we're checking if our nums J is greater than curve val, and then the dictionary that is greater than 0. Well, that'll work in this case, right? So we'll find this value, right? We'll also find this value. It won't pass. Our conditions don't pass here. Our conditions pass here, and our conditions pass here. But we want to think is we want to skip all these ones, and we want to find 5, right? 5 is the one that we want to find. Okay? But how can we do that? Like, we're going to need a third condition to figure out how we can check this here. Trainers J is greater than curve val. And my dictionary num J is greater than 0. Maybe we can use like a max val, like the max val that we've seen is equal to nums I, right? So we start off where we're at. If we see this and it comes in here, I don't know if this is a bad way to think about it, right? We come in here, we check these two, right? But we can do my dictionary, nums J. No, that won't work. This is not going to work, right? Because we're going to see 8 first, and we're always going to use 8, right, for 4. But really, if we want to find the best way possible, return the maximum number of matchings between players and trainers, we need to think about it a different way. That won't work. I don't know. I feel like we're thinking about it wrong here. Does anyone have any idea, or I don't know. Just kind of feeling a little bit out of it right now, dude. To be honest. I feel like I'm thinking about it. I feel like I'm thinking about it in the right way, but I just kind of don't really know how to execute this like properly. A little rusty to having those 3 days off, dude. Little AIDS. Let's see here. We want to look for the minimum capacity, right? So the minimum capacity here. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. We got our whiff here. Probably want to break, right? Let's just return our res. Let's see what we get here. I don't think this will work, but it's whatever. Like nums I, whoops, curve val is equal to plays I. I think we can get rid of this max val for now. Nums, dude. I keep using nums, bro. Why am I using nums? This would be trainers, I believe. Trainers J. Still using nums, dude. Oh, dude. Some days you're gonna struggle when you're out of it, bro. So it is what it is. Okay. So apparently this worked. Maybe I don't think this is gonna pass. There's no way, right? Like, there's no way we get a TLE, bro. Like, wow. Okay. No. Okay. Wait, shit. So we didn't get past 15 out of 35 test cases. I don't think this is gonna pass, dude. I mean, obviously it didn't, but so we have players 1, trainers 1. We output 0 here. So maybe this should be equal to here. I guess we can do greater than or equal to here. I still don't think this is gonna pass, because I believe it's not going to find the minimum value of these ones. Like, I'd be very surprised here if we get a TLE, dude. Honestly, it'll blow my mind. Okay. Why don't we pass this one, dude? Interesting. Okay. So I do believe the only reason why we're not passing these test cases is, again, what I was thinking about, is that we're not actually finding our minimum value here. So in this case here, when we're looping through this, I guess we can use this test case. When we're looping through this here, we're going 1, we're setting our current value to 1, then we're looping through trainers, right? And we see this value here. We check, okay, if trainers j is greater than or equal to curve val, and my dictionary trainers j is greater than 0, which is true, then we're going to minus or equal to 1 this, right? So obviously that's not going to work, right? We want to find our minimum most value that works. But how... Thing is, bro, I'm having trouble tracking that, dude. I don't know how... I'm like kind of blanking out right now, dude. How can we track that? I was thinking maybe using a max val. We have seen. But I don't even think that would work in this case, right? Because technically... Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm kind of tripping right now, dude. I know what I think is I know what I need, but I don't know how to do it, and that's what I'm struggling with here, dude. Most minimum value I've seen. Can I do this? Okay, so I feel like today's just kind of I don't know, kind of an AIDS day, to be honest, dude, low key. So I was thinking about it the right way, I think. Instead of using so we can have a best match here, which is equal to... So we can set this to the float of infinity, and we can have... this trainer is -1 is equal to -1, right? So let me think here. So we still loop through. We were thinking about it the right way. We're going to have an extra if out here, but instead we can get rid of this break. Oops, we have a minus here, dude. Not meant to be a minus. A float infinity here. Best trainer is equal to -1 for J and range length trainers. Check our if here. For J, right? So we leave this if. Damn, bro. I was thinking about it earlier. I was thinking of having a double if here, dude. That's frustrating, man. If nums J is less than best match. Is less than the best match we found. We can move this here, inside here, right? Leave this here. Check out if here. We can just set our best match to be equal to nums J. And, sorry, we want less than here. And our best trainer to be equal to nums J as well, right? So we're checking just finding a normal value, right? And then we're adding this part here. That was in trainers J. Not nums though, we want trainers J. I keep thinking it's fucking nums, dude. Oh my god. I have to fix all this. Trainers J. Res plus or equal to 1. We check here, right? Okay, so wet donuts. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Throw away wet donuts, dude. Let's go. How you doing, bro? Throw away. How's your day been, dude? We'll check out with here. We want to check, well, best trainer does not equal -1. My dictionary. Best trainer. Alright, that's what we call it. Best trainer. Great, keep it up, brother, dude. Thank you, Hemeth, dude. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, dude. This is where we add for our count. We would obviously return our res here. So let's go through this, right? So right now we have our best match of the current one that we're looking at. Our best trainer to be -1. And check. Well, we need to switch this. So we don't have a curve value anymore. We check nums I. Not nums I. Sorry, players I, dude. Jeez, man. Count as trainers, res. So we get our players. We have our best match, right? To be the float of infinity, right? Because we're always going to find something smaller. And then we have our best trainer is -1, right? We loop through with our J, and we check, okay, well, if trainers J is greater than plays I, right? So, I guess we can come back to the drawing board here. Kind of get rid of all this bullshit here. Oh, whoops. Oh my gosh, dude. Right. Take a look here. Kind of zoom in a little bit. So right now, I guess we can use green, right? We're looking at this value here, right? If our trainer's J is greater than or equal to our player's I, so in this case it is, right? Keep it up. You're going to crack it. Thank you, Corvus Edits, dude. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for the love, dude. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're looking at this value here, right? J is greater than or equal to plays I, right? So it is. And our dictionary here is greater than 0. So we can get rid of this bullshit here. We don't need this. Right, we got rid of that. We did this over here. If trainers J is less than best match, right? And so our best match is float infinity. Then we do our best match is trainers I, and our best trainer is trainers J, right? If we get to the end here, we would. So if we don't find anything that works, then we don't do anything for this value, right? And we wouldn't do anything at all, right? So if it stays -1 in this iteration, it wouldn't do anything at all, right? But instead, if we do find something, right, we're going to find our best trainer, right? Because we're checking less than best match. It's frustrating that I didn't get that straight away, but it's all right. This is just one of those days. Check our if here. My dictionary best trainer -1, so we remove that from our dictionary. We would increase our res, which is our number of matches that we found, right? So I think this looks good to me. I think. No, we're missing something here. So we did pass this case here, but we didn't pass here. But why are we not passing here? Our output is 4, but our expected is 2. Why though? If trainers J is greater than or equal to players I, in my dictionary, trainers J is greater than 0. So this looks good to me. If trainers J is less than best match, right? And I believe this should work because we have the float of infinity here, so we always have the max value. Make best match is equal to trainers J, best trainer is equal to trainers J. If best trainer does not equal -1, my dictionary best trainer might equal 1. I guess we can just kind of loop through this a little bit, kind of think about this problem, what it's going to pass here. So right now our res, holy shit, dude, our res is 0, dude. I cannot draw on this, dude. Oh my god. So right now our res is 0, right? So currently, Srirachan, hi, dude. What's up, bro? Good to see you, dude. How's your day? So what are we gonna do here, right? We're gonna quickly run through this. So I'm not gonna kind of do everything, right? So we have our nums j here is greater than player I, which it is, right? So our best match here, I'm gonna call best match BM just for short, right? Best match, and then we'll have BT for best trainer, right? And right now, it's infinity, right? Then we have our best trainer is equal to -1, right? So let's get rid of this, right? Because now we're gonna drop into this loop here. Trainers J is less than best match, right? Which it is. Right, so our trainers J is going to be 8 currently, and our best trainer is going to be 8, right? We go to our next loop here. We see a 2. It's not going to work, right? Because it's less than 4. We'll see a 5, right? Which this will pass here. Trainers J is less than best match, which it is. All this is going to turn to 5, right? So we're going to get 5 here, okay? We'll get 5 over here as well. We're going to loop again. We're going to get 8, right? Trainers J is greater than plays I. That's true. If that's true. Trainers J is less than best match. That's not true. So we're going to skip this. Best trainer does not equal -1. That's true. So what are we going to do? We're going to increase our count to 1, right? Now we're going to loop through to a 7, right? And we're going to see 8 is our best, right? So really this is going to be 8 now. I'm going to go red for our next iteration, right? 8 here, 8. Okay. We're going to loop through this. And we're going to see this will pass for 8 as well. So now our res will go to 2. So how the fuck are we getting 4 here, dude? This is where I feel like we need a debugger, dude. Shit, fucking AIDS, bro. Dude, I've messed up something in here, bro. I just don't know where it is. It's probably something so small where I'm like... Let me know if anyone sees it in here, dude, because I've got some sort of bug in here, bro, because the way I'm running through my head, this should work. I don't know, dude. I don't know where my bug is. Yeah, guys, I don't know, dude. I don't know where my bug is here. Turn res. This is outside. Honestly, guys, I'm not sure. I don't know where my bug is. I'm gonna check. Let's see here. What is my bug? There's a bug in the placement of this block. Oh shit, dude. Did I fuck up the placement? You're executing it that inside the inner loop. Oh my god, dude. I've got this inside of the... That was my issue. See, little bullshit like that, dude. Fuck, man. I didn't even realize. I feel like I would have realized it if maybe the screen was a little bit bigger. I don't know, but that was our issue right there. Just that small indentation, dude. There we go, bro. I think this should submit. Hopefully. Unless this might be too slow. Fuck, dude. Now I think about it, it probably is too slow. Yeah, there you go. There's our TLE. Yep, TLE. TLE. Damn, bro. So we thought about the brute force solution, but now how can we optimize this? I assume this is probably some sort of greedy problem, I would think. Do I know the greedy solution? Fuck no, not really. Frustrating, dude. I would assume that it's probably greedy, right? Okay, we got a greedy here and we got 2 pointers. Shit, dude. Sorting. Take a look at the hint. Sort both arrays. Construct them matching greedily. Damn, bro. How can we speed this up? Honestly, I'm not sure. Sorting both the arrays. What would that look like, right? If we were to sort both these arrays... Hang on, let's sort them here, right? If I was to sort them here, players.sort. Right, trainers.sort. Let's print both of these, right? Print players, print trainers. Just overthink the problem, just sort both arrays and check it. Yeah, I probably will do that. Okay. Just kind of want to visualize it a little bit. See here. So in this case here, this is what a sorted array will look like. Just kind of put it on the screen. Just kind of think about it, I guess. Damn, bro, we definitely kind of thought this problem, right? Let's switch our colors here. Make these arrays a little bigger, bro. Type shit, type shit. Okay, so really what are we doing when it's sorted, right? I mean... We're gonna start at... Oh my god, dude, how do I switch colors, bro? Switch here. Let's go to... Go to white here, right? We're gonna look at this value here, right? We're gonna see this value. Would that be n log n though? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. 2 pointers. Sorry, I didn't see this. Naveen, ready. Sort the arrays, use 2 pointers, INR for both arrays, and check it. Okay. 2 pointers for both arrays. Trying to think here. Sorry, Naveen, ready, dude. I'm kind of a slow thinker, bro. So, shit, man. I gotta think about the problem a little bit. I appreciate your help, though. I'm sure that is the right answer, but I gotta kind of develop the intuition in my head a little bit. Let me just submit it for now. Drink some water, dude. Holy shit, dude. I'm stuffed from that. My dinner, bro. Time complexity would be n log n, but technically since trainers and players don't have to be the same size, it would be n log n plus m log m. Okay. So, really, I don't think we're going to need this anymore, right? We can get rid of that. I mean, we can probably get rid of most of our problem here, right? How do we want to do this? Well... let's do I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. Probably use a while here. While I is less than... while I is less than the length of players, right? And j is less than the length of trainers, right? Shit, dude. Make that a little bigger. Okay. We want to keep our res. We want to return our res, right? How do we want to move this though? So what do we want to do? Well, how do we want to move I and J here? I'm trying to think. So let's think about this. Oh, whoops. What did I remove? I don't know. Let's go over here. I'm gonna move these apart a little bit. So if we're looking at them like this, our two sorted arrays here. So we start here and we start here. What do we want to do? Well, we're going to start at I, right? To move J, we would have to check, well, if J is less than this, is less than what we're looking at, we'd increase J by 1, right? So then our J would go here. If our J is greater than that, then what would we want to do? Well, we'd probably want to increase our count by 1, right? Go to our next, right? So if players I is players I is less than or equal to players J, we want to increase our J by 1, J plus or equal to 1. Not players, sorry. Trainers, right? Players I less than or equal to trainers J. We increase our J by 1. Oh, really? No, would it be the other way? Sorry, shit. Would it be if it's less than or equal to, greater than or equal to? Sorry, guys. This problem is probably so easy, dude, but okay, for me, it's just hard to think about. Yeah, bro. What was I doing over here? So. Shit, did I get another ad, dude? My bad, guys, I got another ad. Type shit. Use I. J plus or equal to 1. I plus or equal to 1. Right, so if right here, right, we check, okay, if players I is less than or equal to players J, that won't work, right? So then we would just want to increase our J, right? J plus or equal to 1, right? Oop. J plus or equal to 1, right? So we would move here, right? Then we would compare. If players I is less than or equal to players J, it is. We increase our res by 1. So then we'd move both, right? So our 1 is here, 1 is here. Then we check, okay, well, if players I is less than or equal to players J, which it is, we increase 1 and 1. So we're at 1 right now, but now we're going to be at 2, right? And we're going to move here, and we're going to move here. It's still valid, right? If players I is less than players J, we move, right? But it's not, right? If players I is less than or equal to players J, it's not. So we would go else J plus or equal to 1. So we would increase our J to here. Now we'd be out of bounds, so we'd fail our while, and we'd return 2. So I think this should work. Okay. Hopefully this passes now. Okay. Damn. Well, we probably spent a little bit too long on that problem. For how simple that was. Kind of overthought it. a bit too much, overthinked it a lot. I think that's what Naveen Reddy was saying, that I was overthinking the problem, and I definitely did, doing that n squared. I mean, I had the right idea to think about it, but I don't know. Obviously, that took me 45 minutes, so well, how long has I been streaming? Probably about 45 minutes, I don't know, but maybe an hour. I mean, it's right. I've had a 3-day break, so I guess, like, maybe kind of getting back to it, but you know, at the end of the day, at least we solved the problem, so I'm happy about that. I don't know. It's whatever. I mean, at least we kind of totally thought about the problem. We went from n squared to slower than that, n log n, right? I think that's what it is, but I mean, probably should have got this solution probably a little bit quicker. Didn't really think of 2 pointers. Didn't think about sorting the array. Probably got to get that intuition better and kind of notice that a little bit better, but I mean, it's right. I mean, we did kind of identify in the beginning that it was a greedy problem. But I didn't really know how to act on it in a greedy way, and usually for me, when you kind of work with greedy problems, I would say probably like 90% of the time, maybe even higher than that, you're gonna sort both the arrays. So I don't know. It's whatever, but hey, just keep being consistent. You know, you'll get better. So anyway, it's right. I'm gonna end the stream there. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Thank you for the help, everyone. I will